Welcome to another Wartales video. Okay, so this is going to be a new game in Wartales. I am going to be running a bit of a challenge run here. So someone asked on another YouTube video for me to do a no fights run. Now, one of the really cool things in the closed beta so far is that they have actually added a new type of quest, which are merchant quests. So I actually think this might be possible now. So I'm going to have a couple of parameters that I'm going to try to work within for this particular video. The first is that I am never going to engage a fight willingly. So I am only going to take fights where the enemy charges me or I'm forced to fight, like it's a mandatory fight, like the first one in the game. I am going to be able to hire ponies, so if I need to wander a tiny bit off a road, as long as I'm not getting into a fight to collect a pony, I shall do so. And I am going to try to amass 3,000 gold by doing so. Now, 3,000 gold is, you know, easily amassable enough in the normal mode, as long as you're doing missions and selling equipment that you get from fighting battles. Trying to amass 3,000 as a merchant is going to be an interesting challenge. Okay, so I'm actually going to be choosing the men escorting merchants who lost their former employer because they start with a 150 crown bonus, so that gets me a little bit closer to where I want to be, and I'm totally making this plan up as I go, so I actually have no idea if it's even possible. I'm going to choose these guys because I'm likely to kick out a few companions from the group, and I probably want to keep around either a warrior, swordsman, or brute, just because they can get some pretty good armor and will live a little bit longer if I do get attacked. Okay, so men escorting merchants who lost their employer. I'm going to be walking a lot, so a reduced fatigue would be pretty good. I don't need combat, I don't need health, I don't need critical damage. And the sale price of a stolen item to a fence increased by 10%. Now this one sounds nice, but I'm actually not going to be able to meet any fences because they are only exist in bandit camps after you've defeated them. So I'd have to pick a fight to get access to a fence. So we're going to be used to long walks. Now I'm going to have a very small group, so I don't think happiness is going to be too much of a problem, but I'll just have a quick look. Wages paid to companions. No, definitely don't want that. Okay, we're going to go with a reduced happiness on this run. And I'm going to leave it on normal. I don't think I need to put it on easy. We would make a lot more money just for doing the same sorts of things. And on hard, well, I don't know, maybe it would be possible on hard. We'd make less money, but let's just see if it's possible on normal and we'll go from there. Now, very excitingly, a third province has been released, which is the other reason that this challenge may be possible. So we are actually going to start in Tiltron County, because it's in the centre of the three counties. I think they're the best place to begin. I'm very likely to trade between Tiltron and the county of Arthas to begin with, and Vertrus will be the third one that we add in, so that'll be exciting. And only by trading between all three do I think we can make this work. Alright, so Tiltron County, here we go. Begin. Alrighty, so, at the beginning, a mercenary's life is never easy. After a heated skirmish with bandits, the most opportunistic of your companions have fled, leaving behind a generous payment and a furious client. Keen to make a few crowns, but not at the expense of their own lives, they now need to find a new job. Repairs and drinks won't pay for themselves after all. Alright, that's right, our lives are very important, so we're going to try to avoid fights in this run. Let's see how we go. So we will be picking up some resources as we go, so I'm pretty much mainly or only going to stick to main roads unless I absolutely have to avoid it. And even though we have 4 companions to begin with, pretty much straight after this fight, I am actually going to be dropping a couple of companions. Now, you're going to see me get a little bit creative with some of the things that we have to do in this version. Just because of the limitations that we're putting on ourselves. It should be quite fun actually trying a few sneaky little things, particularly using pitons to save us some money from having to cross borders, but we will see how we go with all of the things that are going to happen. So we'll just kick off with the first fight. It's not going to be too difficult for us. We'll see if I can take this guy down before he deals too much damage to us. Not that it's really going to matter too much. So we surround him with our 3, knock him back a little, and I can't even run in and use my Wrath on him. So he gets his attack off. Not that it's going to matter in the long run. Alright, he's down. Spearman done. Okay, so the way that the new quests work in Wartales is very similar to what you might have seen in the previous videos. We go into the inn, and at the inn we have someone handing out quests. So in addition to the previous quests that you might have seen, we do have the... is that an AoE? It is an AoE attack. So in addition to the standard sort of kill these mercenaries, assassinate these troops, fight rats, that sort of thing, we are going to have merchant quests as well, where they ask you to deliver some of the trade goods that different villages produce. Now, as the run progresses, you will see that we actually get some bonuses that make trade goods cost us less to buy and sell for more money. Now, I'm just trying to decide who we will keep around. If I have to defend, what are my most useful skills? So I like having first aid. So I think what we're going to do is get rid of our spearmen. So we'll head into our camp, and we will actually kick out our brute. Dismiss him. And our spearmen, dismiss him. And that will cut the amount of wages that we are going to pay down, which is going to help us quite a lot. It'll also give us a couple of things to sell straight off the bat, which will hopefully allow us to make a little bit more money. So I am going to get one of them to be a thief. So let's go in and start that steal again. Let's make our warrior the thief. Why not? His profession may change as the game progresses. We'll steal some salt, since we can use that to cook some food, which will keep us going, and we'll steal some wheat as well, which will we will be able to turn into food. I might even take these flowers whilst they are here. Why not? We will want to get a pony, but I don't know that the first thing we want to do is get one, because we're not going to be at our carry weight too quickly. You are going to see me head over in this direction to go and visit the prison. Now I'm going to travel by these roads just to visit the prison and pick something up. But I'm trying to steer clear of these guys over in the forest. Alrighty, so one of the things that we are going to have to do as part of this run is craft some batons to get us through a couple of little areas in the game. And so we're just going to get a couple of bits of rope to craft those. So they cost 1 rope, 1 iron ore each. That's easy enough. And I might as well sell this old armor here, since we're not going to use any of that. Alright, up to 300 gold. This is going to cost us a lot of money to do though. Now I do want to get run so that I can avoid encounters as early as possible. And so I will make my swordsman a tinker. And we will craft a couple of things like the batons that I said we need. Oh, except we only have 1 ore, so that will be all we can craft for now actually. That won't get us a level. So we likely will come back this way and head into the mine. Now this particular group here, they are a hostile group obviously, but there is a way to get past them without fighting. So I just need to make sure I purchase, I think it's some wine, some Edarin wine. So we will seek to do that when we can. Now I'll probably steal quite a lot off people, again just as another way to make some money. And getting to this 3,000 crowns I am curious just how long it'll take and how efficiently we can get there. I really like the idea that we can play this game in such a totally different way, that we can actually make a bunch of money in this manner. Okay, so we've got trading with Marheim. Now Marheim is one of the towns up to the north that's in the new county. And what you'll see me do here, I'm going to accept a bunch of these missions, but I'm actually just going to cancel them straight away to get rid of them, to try to promote getting more of the trade missions. And I'm not even sure whether we can get more of these trade missions without finishing the one that we currently have. Sorry, that thought took a little while to get out. Alrighty, so when we go here, we can see that we can buy woolen cloth for 40, but what we actually need is pottery. Now, we will have to refresh this until we get the pottery that we need. Okay, so what we might do then, we will buy another iron ore to make another baton or two. Might buy a couple more just to craft a few little things to get us some more knowledge. And what else? I'm trying to be very, very stingy with what I buy, because you'll see that we have a few expenses ahead of us. Alrighty, we got some bread, got some medicine. Now, we're not going to get in many fights, so I'm actually going to sell our medicine here. And I'll buy a couple of salt, just so that we can get ourselves a cooking pot, and that will 8 and 4. Alright, we can collect some more wood, I'm sure. Now, I might even buy all this iron ore. Alright, there we go. And we'll check whether any of the salt is on sale. Nope, none of the salt is on sale, and we'll buy just a couple more salt there to begin with. We're not going to have very much food, very high food costs, just because we've only got 2 people on the pony in the party as well. Alright, now I'm not too sure whether brandy actually can be given to these guys. So we might skip it for now. Okay, so we need to make a little bit of money. What we will do is head back into our camp. We can't craft our cooking pot yet. We'll make a lockpick just to get a little bit of extra knowledge going. Make a fish hook to get a little bit of extra knowledge. There we go, that's taught us a new recipe. And we need to go collect some wood. Alright, let's do that. One of the places we can go is the nearby lumber mill. So we head up to our lumber mill to steal a couple of things. There's usually a little bit of wood in the pile. Only 1 in each. Well, let's do it anyway. Hopefully we don't get too much suspicion on us. There we go. We're an apprentice thief at least. Might take this key and go down, and there's usually a book of knowledge in here too, so that'll come in handy. Okay, so we've got a little bit more lumber, and we can get ourselves our cooking pot now. We will need to get a chef at some point. I'm not really planning on making too many more things from the Tinker's Bench. And if I need to switch back, I can. I don't think it's going to be as critical that we cover all the professions in a run like this. And we'll get our manual there. And what we also want to do, so we want to increase our movement speed. This will get us going around a bit quicker. We're definitely not fighting battles very often, so we don't care too much around that. Our wages is not going to save us very much, and our food costs. Let's try and keep our food costs as low as we can to begin with. Cool. And there's a battle coming in, but I'm running away. I'm definitely not a well-equipped party, so I don't even know if I could win that battle with the 2 characters that I've got at the moment. I will need to be very, very careful. Alright, so we will go around and just collect some resources off the main road as long as it's safe to do so. Good to get a little bit of extra gold here and there. And look, you're going to see a couple of little potential spoilers in this video, so do make sure that you aren't keen to do too much exploration by yourself. Otherwise, there's the potential that you won't get quite as much fun and exploration just on your own. Alright, now these little camps here, there's normally quite a nice little battle to get you started. It's actually one of the ones that I normally do enjoy doing quite early in the game. And right now I'm just trying to collect a few resources as we travel, but there's actually not much I can buy from the merchant and turn into a profit just yet, so there's not really much point in talking to many of the merchants. Now I've got to be careful along this road because there's quite often bandits and things that will attack and charge out. And if I can collect a few little mushrooms, that would be nice as well, just having a little bit of extra food to keep me going. And it's actually likely that I will just be crafting things to sell, so try to make... Oh, there's a little group of bandits we just avoided narrowly. And this is the way to the new province. Alright, oh, we got some boars chasing after us. Definitely don't want that. Alright, and here is how we get into the new county. The Gosenberg guard. We sort of bribe him with a couple of 100 gold. So we'll pay him 200, so you can see why I wanted to keep that around. And as we exit here, let's run away from these pigs a little bit further. And we are through into the new county. So this only opened up the other day. It is not an area that I have played around in extensively. I actually think following the main roads is the best course of action here because I do not know where all of the things are in this province yet, which is very exciting. I've got a lot more to explore, a lot more quests to do, and hopefully there will be, well, maybe not hopefully, but there will possibly be some more bugs to find and squash before we actually get into early access. So it's only not even a week to go now, which is pretty cool. Those who are without a key so far must be getting pretty excited, some itchy feet. And here we are at Marheim. Now we needed to bring some pottery up here. That was actually our main quest, but we didn't have any money to do so, and there was no pottery to buy. So what I wanted to do was just open the way up here and see what sort of quests we could get at Marheim. Here we go. We need to supply Stromcap with silver. Ooh, I don't know that I've ever even seen the silver resource before. So we're going to accept that. That will get us a little bit of extra gold, and now we will head to the market to see whether we can purchase any silver. Now we need to deliver 4. 4 silver is going to be quite expensive to purchase. I don't even know who sells it here. This guy's selling spices at the moment. It's a pity. If I were to steal spices, oh, that's not giving not much suspicion. I am going to steal all of those. Alright, I'm at 48 out of 46, so one of the problems is because I've stolen them, I'm actually not going to be able to sell them to anyone, so I'm actually going to have to ditch these for pretty much no cost, unless I can sell them back to him. I feel like that's going to be a risky proposition as well. I might just save the game here, and we'll call this one the Merchant Kings, I think. I think that's going to be the name of this video, Merchant Kings, similar to the Bandit Kings, but now this guy, I want to call him Jimmy the Hand, and this guy is going to be Rupert Avery. So I'm not too sure if you might recognise these names, but they're from a few different book series that I quite enjoy. Some of them are merchants, and some of them are thieves. So I feel like we'll get a little bit of value out of these guys. Okay, so I am going to see whether... Oh, I'm weighed down too much. Let me dump one of these. Weighs too much. I'm going to see whether I can sell these spices and keep my suspicion down. It's only going to go up by 10 to 20. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we can sell these for a little bit of cash. That's good. A bit surprised that doesn't seem like as much suspicion as I was expecting there. And what we actually need is we need the town guy here to restock. Now I'm not too sure how frequently restocking happens, and I'm hoping that they do produce silver. So let's head back into Marheim and see. It says that they do produce silver, so it is yellow. I wonder if that means it's rare or not, whether it appears. And there are sometimes some boars hiding in this forest from the one time that I ran past it earlier. Can definitely occur. Now I'm going to rest just before I get too close to anything else, because I don't want anything jumping out of the forest when I am otherwise unable to run away out of fatigue, that sort of thing. Alright, we've got a little stockpile of resources now. We can start making a few items to sell, and possibly even getting our own ponies. I wonder if these guys sell ponies. No, they're a vineyard, they won't sell any ponies. Alright. So if I have a look at the map, we've travelled from Stromkap and follow the road up to Vertrus province. So you can see, if I zoom out on the map, it's quite large. So Tiltren County covers a whole bunch. Vertrus actually covers, I think, probably an even larger area than Tiltren as well. And then over here on the sort of southwest, is Arthur's County. Alright, we've got our first wages to pay. Ooh, and we've got some wine. We definitely want to keep our wine. Oh, and that's a bunch of food as well. Fantastic. I think we're off to a good start. I feel like 3,000 is going to be very achievable. I wonder if I should have set the bar a little bit higher, but not even knowing whether the challenge was possible first, I feel like it's not a bad starting point. Now, from memory, there's actually another town in the vicinity. So I'm just kind of having a look in the distance here. I can see there's an abbey over here, and I think this is another town maybe. So I'm going to venture along this road and see whether they've got any merchant quests as well. I'm heading in the right direction. There's definitely something over here, but it might not be the town that I was thinking of. No, that's not a town. Another vineyard. Okay, these guys must like their wines. A little bit different to the farmers we met before. Now, if only I could remember where this town was, we can explore this province together. But what I might do, I might head back to the main town and see if they are now stocking any silver. And I'm also going to make us run faster on roads and make our run last longer. Just to try to both speed the video up, the gold gathering up, and keep us moving along on our quest. So the different quests that they have now implemented are all quite good. Normally what you would try to do with these merchant quests is, once you had decided you wanted to move from one region back to another, okay, so the day's just ticked over, so I'm hoping this has refreshed, you would pick these up. So very similar to Battle Brothers in that respect. If you were already kind of planning on going from one spot to another. They've got spices again. Alright, well, I'm going to re-steal those. Okay, we get access to assassination missions. That's actually not something that we care overly much about. I guess it's because we're doing pretty good thieving at the moment. Oh, and I can't carry everything, so maybe I should have gone and bought that pony. Let's see what we can maybe make in the blacksmith. We'll turn our cook into a blacksmith, and we'll make ourselves a Taj. Can we make a Taj and some other stuff? That's going to take some wood. Let's make 3 throwing axes. Now, these can never actually be made at higher quality than level 1, so I'm just going to do them as basic as we can. Also makes it nice and quick to forge. And I'm not too worried about the experience either. Characters earning experience doesn't really get us much here. Alright, so we'll sell those axes. That frees up a little bit of carry weight for us. It's really these things. Oof, that cost us a lot of suspicion. And we definitely don't want to sell our bread, and we'll sell our repair materials because they are not necessary. Alright, so I had planned on purchasing a lot of these things off people, but in the end it does look like stealing might be our way to become merchant princes, merchant kings. Alright, now I need to go get myself a pony. I have no idea when this guy's going to refresh again. Let's go on another quick wander and see if we can't find this other town. Okay, if I have a look at the map, I feel like the town was over here somewhere, so maybe if I take this road up to the northeast, we will see what we find. So one thing that I really like about the new province is just the kind of terrain that's here. Oh, I definitely don't want to run into those balls just yet. I need a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna move away from this danger. Hopefully we're out of that now. Yes, we are. Down to 30%. That's still not amazing. Oh, and we get attacked by some boars. I think I'm gonna have to run away. I don't even think I could kill these boars. Not with level 1 companions. 26 health each. No, that is definitely not gonna happen. Away we run. I'm just gonna run us away from these guys. Alright, so we need to rest in very safe locations. Our troop are unable to win a fight. Mahan Castle, we could probably loot a few things there, but not really necessary at this point in time. Pick up some more mushrooms around the place. Ah, that's right, over here we have an arena. So the arena from the second province has actually been moved into this third province for the time being. And I don't even know that we're going to have any luck going up this way. I feel like this heads towards the edge of the map. Gosh, who knows where this other town has gone. Alright, let's head back and see if we can pick up some more resources. And we're due to rest again, so our rest got interrupted, which means we actually need to rest sooner than we otherwise would. And I'm kind of regretting getting rid of that medicine as well now. If our guys get too many wounds, it's not going to go too well for us. Now resting is a great idea during this run. These guys sometimes sell some useful things. They do sell the cure for the plague, but not medicine. Okay. There's some purifiers that wander around a couple of the areas, so even though they've got the little attack symbol on them when you're nearby and they've got the red banner around them, they are a friendly group, which is nice. Alrighty, those boars we definitely want to avoid again. Oh, and we're overloaded. I'm definitely not going to be able to offload all these spices just because of our suspicion. Oh, that's a couple of bandits. We probably could win that fight, but we're going to avoid everything that we possibly can. Maybe we need to go south past this little town. And we'll head into our market, see if they have stocked any silver yet. And they still haven't. Okay, so this is one of the, I think, maybe slightly frustrating things with trying to do trade missions as they are. Now, what we can do is we can actually just purchase them. Obviously costs us a little bit of gold, so we purchase those at 42 per item. I think we will go and sell a couple of these and then go and buy ourselves a pony. Oop. And we just got attacked there. So I'm going to have to ditch some stuff before we go too much further. Let's see, what does he buy them for? 38. No, alright, we're making a loss on that already, but Kinda need to free up the weight. That was a big mistake, purchasing more than we could carry. And we have the guard interested in us now, so we're going to have to avoid the guard. Or they will be very soon anyway. So I'm hoping we can meet a guardsman, not a guardsman, a wandering merchant, and sell these spices just for a small profit. I'll take small profits in the first instance over anything else in the meantime. So we bought them for 42, we'll sell them for 47. That gives us a little bit of extra cash. And what we might go and do is buy a pony so that we can actually start stocking up on a few more of these at the same time and trading in larger volumes. One pony is definitely not enough. Now in the compendium, one extra thing they've added recently are some saddlebags, so we'll probably look at purchasing that with one of our next knowledge points, which we should receive quite soon, allowing the ponies that we do get to carry a little bit extra. We still have a quest to get some, was it pottery up to these guys? So we'll see how we go, see whether they're stocking it now. This is probably one little bit of feedback that I will make around these merchant quests. I think not being guaranteed access to the resource that you would like to sell does make it quite hard to figure out whether you should actually accept the quest or not. It's almost like you want to have a fair bit of spare carrying space just in case you need to purchase the resource, which is not, it's not ideal at all, because you don't want to have 2 or 3 extra ponies. Oh no, our guardsmen. Okay, we can return our stolen goods, including equipment. We only have a few irises at the moment, and we definitely don't want to pay 200 gold. Okay, we're going to return our stolen goods. One of your companions draws a short straw pay. Okay, one of our companions is going to be sent to prison. Oh dear. Jimmy the thief got sent to prison. Alright. Well, we're down to one. Down to one companion. I guess we should stop stealing things. Could go break him out of prison, I guess. But that'll cost us some gold. Let's see how we go with just a single merchant. Rupert Avery is the last man standing. And what have I got him doing at the moment? Still doing thieving, fair enough. Alright, into Stromcap we go. Let's have a look in their market, and I'm hoping for some pottery. No, still got wool and cloth because we have not. Alright, we're going to purchase all of that. And is there a merchant nearby? On the other side of town there is. There's usually plenty of merchants around here. Come on Rupert, if only you could carry some more for me. Just kind of waiting for these merchants to come near us now. We're still technically wanted. Oh no, we're not currently wanted by the guards. It's quite a bright red for not being wanted by the guards. Alright, here we go, Mr. Merchant. Let's sell some wool cloth. We're making a very small profit on that at least. And now we'll go and get ourselves a pony. With the pony allowing us to carry more, we should be able to kind of purchase these resources in slightly larger quantities without being as weighed down. We'll adopt one. One is all we can afford for the time being. And he will normally give us a new horseshoe as well, which will just help us go that little bit quicker too. Might even just buy one more horseshoe to speed us up on the roads that little bit extra. Alrighty, I feel like I need to craft a couple of things just to sell. And see when these guys refresh. No, you're not the person I wanted to talk to. You're the guy? Okay, so he doesn't seem to refresh overnight there. What is the best thing that we can do here? Let me ponder. I think what I'm going to do is have another look at the quests available at the inn. We haven't got any additional quests that we can do without fights, but we'll still get rid of all the ones that are there just to refresh them all. And we'll buy some of this brandy. And let's go see if we can't talk to these people down on the road here. Don't know that our suspicion's going down anymore, which is a little bit strange. That might be a little bit of a bug. Maybe if I steal something else it'll work again. Alright, so these guys are some drunkards. Yeah, I've been drinking. We all have. How'd you know? You Sears or something? Never mind, leave us be. We got refugees to clear out at Tiltrin. So we're going to give them some brandy. Alright, we'll take a little nap and we'll decide what to do later. So that gets them out of our way. Which allows us into the mine. We'll collect a few resources in here. Stop right there. This salt mines belong to her ladyship Gontrande. I can't just let you walk in. I'm going to persuade him. Use some of my influence. As I'm not hiring any companions, I don't really need any more influence. I feel like I should name this guy Jack, because he is going to be a jack of all trades this game. Alrighty, kick off some little bit more mining. There's usually a little bit of salt in here to steal as well. Got to make him back to a thief again. Alright, our suspicion has gone back up. That's okay. As long as we don't get caught by the guard again. And we've now got a few materials, so we might be able to make a few things to sell. And then hopefully we'll be able to buy some pottery. Now the next thing we'll do, if we don't get any pottery here, I'm going to go and show you a sneaky way into the what was the second county, but what's the third county I guess for this run. We'll look in the market first of all. Do we have anything for us? No, you still don't. Oh dear, I don't know when this is going to refresh. Alright. Let's go into our campsite where we're going to have to rest, and we are going to craft a few more things. Lockpicks sell for 7, fishhooks sell for 7. Let's craft 15 lockpicks then. That'll do. And we'll sell a bunch of those. Keep one just in case we do decide to lockpick something. And we could... Can we turn that into a profit? Let's just have a quick look. Within our blacksmith, these cost 3 and 3. Only sells for 18. That's 15 and 12, so that's 27. No, our rags are not going to be worth crafting. So we shan't do that. Oh, and we do need to rest and eat as well. So let's get that done. So we have a little bit higher, slightly higher food costs because we've got that second pony now as well. Alright, and now he is stocking pottery, so that is good news for us. Now we need to deliver a number of pottery, so we're actually just going to sell the other stuff that we're not really going to use. Alright, so we have 4 pottery, 1 gold remaining. So we're cutting by on the skin of our teeth. I am as far away from the goal as you could possibly be right now. 2,999 crowns to go. I do still have some stolen salt, so I don't want to chat to any guards by accident. And I'm always just trying to keep my little run bar with just a little bit of run in it, just so that if anyone accidentally spots me and decides I look like a bit of easy prey, that we do manage to avoid that. Now, hopefully, what happens for us here is that we manage to sell our pottery. They have some silver, which we can buy and trade back to Stromcat, and that will be enough money to get us going into that 3rd province and off and away with our merchant missions. I'm not too sure whether the colours of the different resources indicate their rarity. So with things like weapons, it goes from white to blue to yellow to purple for legendary weapons. With the resources that we saw in Marheim, we can see that spices are a white and silver is a yellow. I don't really know what effect this has on the economy at this point. So we basically come into our merchant here, he's still just selling spices, and we sell all of our pottery. Possibility to negotiate missions in the list of bounties. So this is a good thing. It means that we can negotiate and earn more money on our contracts. Now I'm actually going to buy all the spices off him, and we will go into the tavern and hand in our trading mission. And help requested, new recruits who haven't returned from their training. That sounds like one I could possibly do without a fight, but I'm not actually sure. So we have a new champion enemy. I have only looked at that fight one time, and I have to say that the squad I had was nowhere near capable of fighting that particular champion. So I am very curious to see what happens there. Okay, so we still need to trade silver. Unfortunately, with no silver there, we're going to continue back on our way back to Stromcat. We're going to set up our trading with the 3rd city, and once we've got the 3rd city up and running, we should be able to make money just that little bit more easily. So far we're doing pretty well, being able to pick up 6 spices. We will come fairly close to our... Now what I want to do actually, I'll see how much this merchant buys them for. 47, and we bought them for 42. I feel like we might be able to get a better deal in Stromcap itself, so I'll carry them there. Now we will have to start purchasing food, not soon, kind of soon I guess. And I'm going to rest here just in case I need to start running away from anything. And I'll save our big food for as long as I possibly can. Okay, we're going to have to be a bit careful on our trail at the moment. The ghost pack is currently hunting. Ooh, and they're disappearing right in front of our eyes. Fantastic, that actually helps us. But we do have some wolves chasing us nonetheless. And so as you can see, even though we're only doing merchant missions, we are progressing along some of the paths. As we start doing more with the trade and wealth, we will actually earn more and more points for selling and buying and selling our trade goods, which will actually help us on our path to 3,000 gold. Now I do want to buy some more ore, and I kind of want to buy another couple of batons, which will save us some money and time as well. Alright, Stromcap, do you have any? What do you guys buy these spices for? They buy them for 50, not bad. And they have cloth. So what we might do is sell all our spices, buy some cloth, and see whether they have any additional trading missions. Assassinate trading with Korsha. They want pottery ×2, so we need pottery again. Now Korsha is the 3rd city. And I haven't really started negotiating with the mission board yet, because we only have 19 influence, which is not going to get us too far. Okay, so cloth we can sell for 40, 45 as well, but I again think we can make more in the town. And so far overall, I think we are now making a decent little bit of profit. Just going to duck off the main road quickly to discover some more locations and get a little bit more knowledge. I'm going to reduce our payments just in case. Alright, so here is where we're going to, instead of paying to get through this border, we are going to use a sneaky method of getting past it. So instead of following the main roads here, I do have to be careful not to run into any fights. We're going to run up the mountain. And this is normally where the fights will occur. And we're going to use the new item in the game to place some batons with ropes down in such a way that we have one either side of the gate, and we can now use the main roads and skip the gates. So these guys buy for 49, which is more than the 40 that we paid. Oh, and actually the other thing we can do, so there's one more place as well as the merchants in the main village that you can actually buy trade resources, and that's this guy, the Gosenberg merchant that stands at this gate. He's selling cloth and spices. Now, he doesn't sell them very cheaply, so as you can see, it costs us more to buy the woolen cloth than what we can sell it for. I'm not too sure whether we will be able to. I don't actually want to steal anymore. I don't think that that's going to help us because we can't sell it off. I might actually buy them just in case we can sell them for more. If we make a small loss on those, it's not too bad. Alright, so instead of paying the border guard there, we have taken the sneaky option to get into the country, and we'll start drinking a little bit of wine as we rest. Oh look, I can actually promote him as a captain if I had a little bit more influence. Not that being a captain of a one-man team makes much difference. And I'm curious what has triggered that. So we are up to day 11. Day 11, 10 hours. I wonder whether that's the point at which you get a captain assigned. Alright, so we've got wolves and bandits all over the place here, so avoiding these is not too bad. And our friends here, we can sell woolen cloth for 52, but we bought it for 54 from the border. So we'll hold on to it for now. And we've got another little bit of knowledge there. Alright, so in our market here, we can sell it for 53, so we only made a gold loss there. Let's buy it for 4, sell it for 3. No, that's okay. Let's buy some amber. Go to our inn. We can trade amber with strong cap. That's definitely going to be what we're after now. We do have a way to increase our success rate and the cash we're going to get from it. I'm going to try to negotiate it. We were successful, so we're going to earn 188 gold for this mission. Not 156, maybe not quite as high. Locate Tomb of the Ancients. This is a mission we could do without fighting. Not something we can really explore any further though, so I might leave that one for another video. I guess very quickly, the Tomb of the Ancients is one of my favourite locations in the game. I quite enjoy running around in the tomb and discovering some of its secrets. As you can see, we can sell our amber for 47. And I think we are on our way to making quite a bit of coin here. I definitely think 3,000 is achievable. Finding crowns. Recruitment cost. Alright, I think I want to increase the number of bounties that get shown, so that we will definitely be getting trade missions. We seem to be getting offered trade missions quite frequently though, which is good. I can't cook any of that yet. I'm going to have to choose a new thing to cook soon enough. And I'll check if he's restocked with any pottery. He hasn't, and he's no cheaper than he was either, so he still can't make money off what he's selling yet. So let's say he was selling silver, for instance. It would be worth obviously buying them off him. And actually that's one thing that I could probably do as well. Maybe I can just steal them off him and then ditch them. And what that'll actually mean is that he refreshes his stock. So if we don't get rid of them from him, he will actually just leave them there for good. And if we now we made a loss on those, so probably worth stealing them to ditch them. Let's get rid of them, and let's get rid of them. And so if he had silver there, we would have actually just been able to buy silver to sell at strong cap and to finish that quest. Now you can get some funny bonuses if you do things like drink alcohol every rest. You'll end up finding out that your guys basically become alcoholics and rely on you giving them alcohol every time. And it can actually lead to giving you some bonuses too, which is quite fun. You know, bonus stat points, attribute points, as if you leveled your character up. Gets a little bit more expensive though, making sure you're doing alcohol every rest. Alright, we've got, we have pottery now, fantastic. Okay, so we want to sell amber. We've reached level 3 in our path there, and we are going to buy all the pottery. So we'll head to our inn, hand that quest in that we negotiated for some extra cash. So we still need to trade pottery with Korsha, so we're going to head back to where we just were. And do we have the other mission still? No. Oh, we still need to deliver silver down here, don't we? Alright, so we've got 4 pottery. Now it does look like the blue resources sell for more, so I actually imagine that the silver that we're looking for must sell for higher amounts again than the pottery. So we can probably actually make even more profit than we are right now, but it's not guaranteed, I guess. Now what we're going to probably be doing from this point on is just a lot of running back and forth. What I would likely do is just speed up the video and maybe provide another voiceover. We'll see how we go for time. So I'm going to keep an eye out and see whether any silver is here. No, he hasn't refreshed his stock yet. And we'll use our sneaky little thief's passage to get through without having paid. That's just another way to save some gold. And I actually think we can probably... We're pretty much set, except for maybe getting some extra ponies to carry more, but we're also offloading what we need pretty frequently as well, so I don't know that we actually need much more than what we've got. Might get another couple of ponies just because I can, and I'll definitely need to learn a new cooking recipe at some point soon, so we'll need to get some additional knowledge for that. Which might be hard without exploring some more locations. The other ways that we'd get knowledge would normally be by crafting things, but we're probably not going to craft too much more given the resources that we have. Now, I don't actually know whether I have to sell things to the merchant. What happens if I sell the pottery to this guy? Alright, selling trade goods at a higher price than their initial cost generates us influence. Okay, and we can complete our trade mission with Korsha by selling here. Now, we are selling the pottery at a higher price, and our influence is actually going up every time we sell. I did consider whether we should maybe just keep 2 in stock just in case, but oops. Sorry about that. But I think it's probably just worth selling them and continuing. Alright, assassinate, help locate a tomb. Alright, we're gonna accept a couple of these and cancel them. Now, I think we can do the corpse looters without a fight. I might go check that out, and look, hey, we can do the Tomb of the Ancients without a fight as well. This is a no fighting run, so I feel like these missions still stay on the cards. Alright, so the corpse looters are normally this little group here. I don't really have much fatigue left here. I'll have a chat with them. Hello dear colleagues, what am I doing you ask? Why? I am looting dead bodies, of course. No need to look so appalled, I'm sure you've done the same to many of your own victims. See, I was not mistaken, you really are my colleagues. I can attack them, I can recruit them, or I can leave. I wonder if I recruit them once I earn a little bit more influence, whether that makes me finish the quest or not. I'll have to test that out once I have a little bit more influence under my belt. Alright, we've got some wages to pay, some food to eat. Look, we're going to go candied fruit. We're going to have some very, very happy people here. Sort of surprised I'm only at +2, if I'm honest. Oh, we lost a battle. Okay, that does give us a -2 modifier. Okay, so we've got a bunch of salt. We're going to have a chat with you, and let's buy pork. We can be in the business of eating some pork. And I'll buy a little bit of salt just to stay in it there. Does he have any more resources? So basically every time we see trade goods we do want to buy them, whether we have a mission for them or not. We can make money on them, so therefore they are a good thing for us to stock up on. Trade with Stromcat. We need amber, and we just picked up amber, so that's perfect. Oh, wait. I've got to negotiate that one for a higher price. Alright, we are going to go and do this tomb quickly though. And we do have to be a bit careful on the other side of this river because there can be some fights incoming. So sometimes there's some wolves and that kind of thing over on one side. A couple of little things we can steal from some pilgrim offerings. And there's a group up here. So these are the guys that I found in the other county and that I said sometimes have some interesting things to trade. And these guys sometimes have a book of knowledge, which is a really nice one to pick up whenever you can. Alright, so I don't think these guys attack us. They're kind of like a merchant group, but not one we can interact with or want to interact with yet. So they actually are a bit of a hint in this section as to how we get to where we're going. This is the forest that has wolves in it all the time. And some bandits. So if we followed those merchant caravans that I just showed you, you'd actually find out that they give you a little bit of a hint that this is actually some traversable mountain. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh no, a hoodlum and a poacher, we're going to have to retreat from this, and we're definitely going to have to buy some medicine in the camp, otherwise we will continue to get more and more hurt. Yeah, so I could not take them on at the moment, not with one character. So away we run. That was poorly handled by me. So obviously there's a few missions up here. This is, I find this area just really beautiful. The Ruin of Arthas. So this is the tomb. Now I'm not too sure whether or how we finished this quest. Oh yeah, we completed the mission. Okay, so we'll head back. I'm not going to explore it this time. You definitely do not... Well, actually, you cannot enter it without torches. So this is one of those areas where torches become a mandatory item. Now, I'm going to have to rest in this... Rest before running through that forest again. And we will change you to a cook, except I don't think I have enough knowledge for the recipe yet. No, I don't. Alright. We'll fix that up soon. Ooh, except I didn't stop and eat. Okay, so probably a good thing I'm keeping this this alcohol around and this extra happiness boost, because if I have to run away from fights, it will actually affect my happiness to the point where I could have a squad mate leave. Now I probably don't want to be just a group of merchant ponies. Oh no, and we've got a ghost pack in our way. Well, let's see if we can outrun the ghost pack. Let's see if we can do it. I'm going to try to run past them on the edge of the fog. Oh, and the bandits noticed us too. Continue down the hill. Alright, we're safe. We are safe. Ooh. And some wolves. Told you there were wolves there. Oh no, again, poorly managed. Trying to be greedy and grabbing some resources as I go. Alright. Oh, 13 health each. Maybe if I had a better axe, or some more health, or I wasn't injured with a number of injuries. I do not even know how many injuries you can sustain in this game before your character is like, nope, no more. Okay, so far we've still just got the 2. Now, I think going and locating that tomb was worthwhile, just because we now have another mission that we can complete for some gold, and we'll probably get a little bit of influence from it as well. And in town, there's probably going to be some more resources that we can sell off as well. Just going to have a quick look in the Abbey here, as sometimes we can pick up a new book as well for a little bit of extra knowledge. And I did keep one lockpick, so I really hope that I do not stuff this lockpicking up. Oh, don't know that I'm gonna get through. 2 down, 1 to go. Nope, there we go. This is why you don't sell all your lockpicks for an extra little bit of cash. Well, we are merchants in the end. We are not the best thieves. Our thieving careers didn't get us very far. Alright, let's hand this one in. And I actually wonder whether I can get like a trade mission here to go to the to go all the way up to the other town or not. And we'll buy some more trade goods if you've got any. Yeah, you got 4 more amber. Fantastic. Ah, that puts us over our weight limit. Man, we have to be careful with that. Let's sell our wood. And even our leather. And some concrete. We're just getting rid of everything here. Everything other than our trade goods. Alright, and off we go. So what are we up to? 787 now, plus we're carrying 8 amber, which we know we can make a nice profit on. And we do have enough pork in our inventory, but we just need... Oh, hey, we got our knowledge point. Let's learn how to cook some... Why can't I learn grilled perk? Oh, I need a cook. Well, let me change myself to a cook again. I think it's interesting that the mutton didn't need it. Alright, we've got some pork now. Fantastic. That'll just help us feed ourselves that little bit longer, a little bit, make our food stretch a bit further. And we're gonna take our ropes up again. Sometimes it can be a little bit fiddly just making sure you're getting to the bottom of it, particularly if it's in a bunch of trees like that. And what we're gonna do, let's check out our friend at the border crossing to see whether he's got amber and spices. So amber for 55 and spices for 60. I'm going to try them. Oh, except we can't carry them. That doesn't help us at all. Oh no, now we're way over our carry weight. Alright, I'm going to have to sell the ones that we just brought. Increases the number of contracts. Gonna have to sell most of the ones we just brought anyway. And let me get rid of some iron, I guess. Get rid of all the iron and all the cloth. Maybe I can carry a little bit more. I want our meat. They weigh 5. I can carry 1 more. Alright. I'm doing a very bad job of my inventory management here. Maybe the next thing I should do is go and get some additional ponies. That way I just do not have to think about how much I'm carrying. Let's cook up our pork now that we have a chef that can do so. And now we shall eat some meat and some brandy. That reduced our carrying, the amount of weight we were carrying as well. So cooked food weighs less and feeds you more than uncooked food, which is obviously quite true to form. And also very good from our point of view for wanting to be able to carry more things. Now, that's right, I was going to try to make saddlebags so these ponies could carry a few more of these trade resources each, but I just sold off all the resources that would have helped us make them. So we'll just have to get more ponies instead. That will be our solution. Alright, so our spices we can end up selling for 50, so we are losing money on the spices. Yesterday we purchased amber, and I do think they need to make a small update to these so that we can actually see the latest transactions, which are not shown. Alright, we're up to 1250 gold now, and we have pottery available. So, pottery it is. Alright, we do not have... Oh, we do have trade. We have trading woolen cloth in Marheim. Let's negotiate it and see if we can negotiate it again. Oh, we failed. 135 instead. A bit ambitious of me, probably. Alright, so we need woolen cloth here instead of pottery.
Okay.
And so this is where it's
I've just
probably
spread the video
not
up
beneficial
here, and
necessarily.
I'm including a little link to this section in the chat below, in the comments below, because this sort of 8 minutes at the end of the video is going to be a little bit of a wrap up of what we've done in the run, and I've really just sped it up because I feel like once I got into the run and I figured out that or I got a base level of money behind me, I could really buy and trade and sell as many resources as I wanted. And after that point, it is just a matter of sort of patience running back and forth to make all the money. So a couple of fun learnings from this video were that as soon as you do get all of the resources that you want, you shouldn't necessarily sell them all. You should keep a couple in stock just so that if you get a quest with those resources, you don't have to rely on them to be at the merchant and being sold. It is a suggestion I have made back to the developers that it's a little frustrating having a town like Marheim in this instance who never sold me silver once. They only sold spices for the entire game, and all of the quests that they were giving were about silver. So it felt a little bit slower, I think, than it could have otherwise done. And also it just didn't mean I could really kind of make the video in one whole go. I think without speeding any of this section up. So I've put this in, I'm pretty sure it's about 8 times speed at the moment. So you're seeing probably about another almost hour of gameplay in this final 8 minutes. Overall, it was actually quite an interesting challenge trying to make money without fighting. The initial establishment was probably the hardest bit, making sure I had some ponies and enough money just to buy some resources to begin with. But once we got rolling in our merchanting and our resource trading, we actually ended up making quite a significant amount. We did get to level 5 in the trade and wealth path, and just by doing this, so it only took a couple of hours to get to level 5 in that, and that meant that we were buying resources cheaper, we were selling them for more, and overall our profits really did just keep going higher and higher as we went. It was an interesting challenge just because obviously fighting is the name of the game in Wartales, but I was really keen to see a merchant system sitting behind it as well. Now that we have it and some quests, that is really, really cool, I think. And I think I will probably just work being a merchant into sort of standard runs without going too far out of my way. It is a nice way to make some extra cash on the side. There are still more plans from the development team in terms of what is happening from a merchant's perspective. So within the paths tree, there are some extra little path hints in there around what might occur. Things like being able to buy storage space in town and that kind of thing. So I'm not too sure exactly where that will lead. I think it'll make something like this a little bit easier in the long run, which is great because I just like seeing different ways of being able to play. Once we get into there being sort of more regions as well, I think it'll be, another way to make money, another way to play the game, and to really just enjoy. So yeah, I mean, the party here, we just went back and forth. As I said, we earned a bunch of the path titles. The new province is really, really cool. The scenery around, gorgeous, and I Ooh, am I hesitant to say it might be my favorite region so far? I might think that about every new region that comes out. But I think the main call-outs that I really liked about this one were that there's multiple towns around the place. There's quite a few things to interact with. And then the scenery, I think, is just my favorite tile set so far. There are a couple of sort of empty spaces in it, so I don't feel like it is as completed as the other regions. So like the snowy area just to the north of where I am now is completely empty and blank, for instance. And yeah, you kind of walk into a couple of places and you're like, oh, I thought maybe there would be something here, but it's not there yet. However, it was a complete surprise to the beta testers that a new region was coming out during the beta, and I actually only expected 2 areas within the early release. Now, I haven't actually played through all the quests in Vertruse yet, the third province. I've tested a couple, found a couple of bugs here and there, but I'm really keen to get into the rest of it and see how it goes, how it plays. And overall, I do think that we have become the Merchant Kings successfully in this run, making over, what do we get to? We get to about 4,000 in the end. I think I'd originally aimed in the video for about 3, but in the next little while you will see that we do make an absolute bunch of money. So we've started stocking up some more resources, keeping some more pelts, some wool, some amber, and some spices on us at all times. I have to just be a little careful of resting at this point. Those bandits were after us and our loot. The only other thing that you miss, I think, quite a lot of by playing in this style is that you're not very capable of earning much knowledge. So your knowledge points are very limited because you don't have many resources to do much crafting, and you're also not exploring too widely. I feel like if you wanted to make 3,000 crowns as fast as you could, you would probably explore more locations on the map and pick up all of the resources lying around the place. And by picking up all those resources and using them to craft, you would have both more knowledge as well as more items to sell. And I think you could probably make, 3,000 within a very, very short time period. However, if you are equipping your team with weapons and armor and that kind of thing so that you can complete fights, you will obviously be much, much slower in making that cash. Alright, and so we've got a huge stock of resources here, and the last couple of things that I'm aiming to do is just to really tip us over that point. And so we've just hit, I think, 1,500 gold or 1,500 crowns for the first time. And what we're pretty much going to be doing from this point is selling everything off that we have. I think I go and pick up a couple of little things in one of the nearby foothills, one of the secret locations. It's, I think, again, one of my favorite locations in the game at the moment, just because of what you can find there. And once we pick those things up and sell the absolute huge stockpile of resources that we've got, you will see that we can really bump up the amount of cash that we have. And here we are now at a bit over 2,000 gold, 2,500, and we sell off all our resources and we get bumped up over 4,000. Thanks for watching.